Taylor VanDyk, and I am an alum of the Delta Delta chapter at Central Michigan University, and I now work full-time as a registered dietitian, and I teach fitness part-time on the side. So today I'm here to share with you 3 foundational exercise movements that can be the basis of any great workout, whether you're at home or whether you're at the gym, if you're making this up yourself, or I'm sure if you're taking any sort of exercise class, you've seen these moves before, but it is always important to do your exercise with proper form. So today I'm going to show you the proper form of these 3 exercises and then what you can add to them to maybe increase the intensity or change up your workout. The first move I'm going to show you is a squat, which again, I'm sure you've seen this move before. You're going to start with your feet about shoulder width apart. Your knees are pointing, or your feet are pointing straight forward, or if you need to, you could bring them out just slightly. Sometimes that can help to protect the knees. The squats are really great because they are truly a full body exercise. You're working your quads, your butt, your core, all of it is engaged. So what you're going to do is you're essentially just going to sit your butt back like you're sitting in a chair. So you're going to bend your knees and bring it back up. If you want to, you could always hold weights. The biggest thing is you just don't want your chest to fall forward, and I will also show you from the side. So again, feet about shoulder width or slightly wider. Make sure your butt is going back. So sitting back, imagine there's a chair and stand. Something you could actually do is use a chair. So if you are having a hard time getting that motion of bringing your butt backward instead of dropping your chest forward, you could actually use a chair behind you and make sure your butt taps the chair and then comes up. So those are your biggest things: knees, shoulder width, and make sure your butt is going back and your chest stays lifted so you can make sure you're breathing. So once you have that move, there are a couple ways we can intensify this exercise. There's actually a lot of ways, but I'll just show you a couple. So you can start with your squat. When you come up, you can add it in a knee drive, squat, knee, squat, knee. So that way you're working a little bit more of the core when you're driving your knee up, right back into your squat, and back up. The second way you can intensify this is adding in a full jump. So you can squat down, when you come up, jump, squat, jump. So that is a more advanced move. If you're ready for that one, really make sure you're landing softly on those feet. So that's a squat for you. The next move I'm going to show you is a lunge. And again, this is one I'm sure you've seen before, but a lot of us do it wrong. So with a lunge, you are going to want to similarly keep your feet about shoulder width apart, and you can either step forward or step backward. So what it looks like if you're stepping backward, make sure you're stepping far enough so that your knee can drop to the floor, and slightly drop that knee so you have 2 90-degree angles. Similar to your squat, really make sure your chest is lifted. We don't want any of this. We want to stay nice and tall through the core. And if that's too much for you on your knee, you could always just don't go as deep. So just stay up a little bit more. But here you really want to make sure you're stepping back far enough so that you have enough room to make those 2 90-degree angles. You could also step forward, step here, drop it down, back in. Me personally, I like to do the reverse lunge, which is the first one that I showed you, just because it's a little bit easier on my knees, but you absolutely could do either one. If you want to intensify this move, you can swing back and forth for a pendulum lunge, but your foot never touches the ground. So what that looks like, you can forward lunge, come back, and reverse lunge. So going back and forth every single time. So that brings up the intensity. You could also do a switch lunge, and I'll show you that one. This one you'll probably start down in a lunge position, jump, switch, switch. Okay, so those are a couple different forms of a lunge. Again, I'm sure you've seen the exercise, but a lot of us tend to do it wrong. So always remember 2 90-degree angles, 1 in each knee, and keep your chest lifted. The third and final move I'm going to show you is plank position, and you can do a ton of things once you learn a basic plank. So you're going to start on your mat, and if you've seen a push-up before, it's very similar to that. You're going to keep your hands about shoulder width apart. Your wrists are going to go directly under your shoulders and bring it back so there is a nice straight line all the way from the crown of your head, going down to your toes. With planks, a lot of times we see sagging, we don't want that. Or we see a butt going up, we don't want that. We want a nice straight line all the way from the tip of your head down to your toes. And once you get this form, what you can do is you could add in a push-up where your chest drops to the floor, bring it back up, or you can do a lot of core moves in this form as well. So you could bring in your knee for a mountain climber type exercise. You could bring your knee out to the side for a Spider-Man type exercise. There are truly ample things that you could do in that plank position. So the biggest thing there, keep your tummy engaged, keep your shoulders down out of your ears, and that nice flat line all the way from your tip of your head down to your toes. So I hope you found some of these cues and movements helpful. Like I said, you could put any of these together to form a great quick workout at home, or you could bring them to the gym with you and add some weights to some of them. So I hope that you enjoyed this and got something out of it. Thanks for watching.